tube, it's yours.
No offense taken.
Hi, I would just like to thank everyone, like personally thank everyone that made this happen, this Serling Fest. For me, it is a dream come true. Your father, and he's, me like a lot of other people, he's pulled out of shallow graves that some people just can't get out of without somebody like your father kind of guiding them through this somewhat corrupted world that we have in existence, and the horrible things that happen, death and just the evil of man. My father was not a good person. He was an abusive man, and I made a promise to myself and my mother that I would never be that man. And my wife is here with me. And we got married last year on October 16th. And that just so happened to be, we found out after that it was one of the first Twilight Zone episodes that I saw that impacted me very deeply was Mr. Denton on Doomsday, Portrait of a Town Drunk. I related so much to that because I was in a similar place. I was like a clown. We stick my life away because of the shadows that corrupted my mind. And she, along with her father, she helped bring me back. And when we got married, we looked up that we got married on the day that it aired, October 16th. And it's just one of the most, it just seems so, like there's so many things at the Twilight Zone. To me, it's real, not in like a schizophrenic kind of way, but like just the magic of life. And there is a question coming. Sorry if I'm taking up too much time. I'm a very shy person, but you guys are talking about courage, and I am a musician, I write lyrics, and your dad is the number one person I think of when I sit down and go to write and come up with original stories and all that kind of stuff.
Congratulations on your own journey, sir.
Thank you.
I think you articulated the way I hope all of us in this room feel, so thank you.
Thank you. You mentioned that your dad loved Frank Sinatra and Tony Bennett. Frank Sinatra was one of my favorites too. I was wondering, what were some of his favorite songs?
You know, I don't know specifically. I can't remember. I just remember him playing them all the time. In fact, I had a video I was going to play. I can't remember if I mentioned this, of my dad singing, but it didn't work. I think he loved them both.
That's all. Yeah, I love the whole crooning kind of the deep singing. I know that's kind of, I do many genres of music, but that's one of my favorite to do. And I saw you yesterday in the hotel lobby, and I feel awful because I saw you and I just kind of smiled, probably creepily, and waved, and and I was like, I hope I didn't freak her out or anything, because I could probably seem intimidating with my long beard and that kind of stuff.
My son has a long beard, no worries.
That's awesome. And actually, me and my wife, we went out front for a cigarette not too long ago, and I was talking about how Rod smoked and the tragedy of that.
And that should be a lesson to you.
Yes, and we are definitely going to quit because we're trying for a baby, and I want father too. And as that was happening, I heard there was a slight little gust of wind, and then a can rolled in front of our feet, and I was like, he's here. Get the can.
Yeah.
This is insane. So and so we took turns kicking it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.